Today we're going to continue working on our paper weavings. We are going to be making some owls, but before we do that, we want to make sure that our strips aren't going to fall out. So I've got a glue stick here, and I'm going to go all along the edge, and any of my edge pieces, I'm just going to add a little glue and hold that down. I'm trying to make it so that it lines up with the edge of the paper as best as I can. Hold that down for a couple seconds each time, and if it doesn't stick, then just go back and add some more, like if you have some floppies, if you notice that at the end. If I'm going all the way across on this side, I'm going to go all the way across on the opposite side, and then we're going to flip over and do the same exact thing on the back. We don't want there to be any chance that these are going to slip out. So the back might not look quite as well, and that's okay, but I still want to make sure that I get glued down on all of those strips so that it doesn't get caught on anything and so that it just kind of stays together a little bit better. I did a nice job of making sure that my pieces are kind of close together. I kind of like to joke and say that our pieces are best friends. They want to be as close together as possible. If you leave too much room in between your strips, then there's a good chance it's going to fall apart. So this helps make sure they don't fall apart. Sometimes it helps to flip it over and kind of rub it a little bit. That's going to make sure that those pieces are stuck on well. So I've got that finished. Now we're going to start today adding the wings to our owl. We will be adding the head to our owl, some big eyes, but I want to add the wings first. So I've got a couple of pieces of paper here, and I can kind of put them at an angle. You can kind of see that. Or I could just have them kind of come straight out. Either way is going to work fine. But we're going to go ahead. I'm going to just try to get this so you can see it a little bit better. And we're going to add that strip of paper across the side there. Okay, so I'm actually going to flip this over so that I have it on the back, and I'm going to glue it to the back. So I'm going to take my piece here, and I'm going to add kind of like a triangle shape of glue. Okay, so I've got quite a bit of glue there, and then I'm going to line it up. I'm going to hold that there for 20 seconds just because there is a lot of paper here that we need to add here. So I'm going to hold that down as long as I can. If it doesn't stay right away, then we can always peel it back and add a little bit more glue. But if I hold that down for a while and if I rub it good, that should work. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side now. So I'm going to add my triangle. Get quite a bit of glue there. Notice how I'm going pretty close to the edge. That's going to help prevent those floppies. And then I'm going to press that one down, try to get it to line up as best as I can. Okay, same thing, press it, rub it, and hold it for about 20 seconds. Okay, now if I flip this over, I'm going to hold this up a little bit. Does that look like an owl? Not really, my arm's in the way. That doesn't really look like an owl yet. So what we're going to do to make these look more like wings is I'm going to start at this edge, and I'm going to tear a strip. Whoop, it's supposed to go all the way down. And tear a strip all the way off just to give it kind of a rough edge. And then starting from the bottom, we're just going to tear up. Notice I'm not going all the way. They can go different ways, but this is just going to give us a cool kind of more rough edge. It starts to look more like wings. And I go like this. And that might be as far as I can go. Maybe I can get one more. Cool. There we go. I've got a wing on that side. I'm going to show you again. I'm going to tear the edge off completely, if I can. This part's tricky. You just kind of have to hold the paper down as you tear it. Okay? Then I'm going to go about an inch in, peel up, an inch again, peel up, and just kind of go across. If you want to, you could use some crayons or colored pencils or something to add some different marks on here to make it look like more like wings, but that looks pretty good. All right.